Okay, so maayong adlaw sa ating lahat. So welcome to the 13th episode of Pantas, Environmental Research in the Local and Global Setup. And today is October 14, 2023, and our program will run from 3 to 4 p.m. Papakilala lang po ako, I'm Kendrick Farina, the President and Founder of the Philippine Association of Environmental Science Students, and I'm from the UPLB School of Environmental Science and Management. And as early as now po, we're informing you now for your webinar e-certificates, kindly include your name and university sa FB Live comment section para makita po namin yung attendance. And then at the end of the session, bago po mag-end yung session, the link of the evaluation form will be shared in the comment section. And the form will be closed tomorrow, 8 p.m. para po mabigyan kayo ng ample time to answer pa yung evaluation form. So pwede na po kayo mag-start, magpakilala or mag-attendance sa FB Live comment section. And pakilala lang po ulit namin ng PAES. Ang PAES is the samahan na mag-aaral ng agham pangkaligiran ng Pilipinas. And we are the National Association of Organizations from both undergraduate and graduate levels of degree programs aligned, related, or equivalent to environmental science and environmental management. And we do accept degree programs like environmental engineering, environmental planning, and then environmental biology, and more, as long as po may environment or may ecology doon sa pangalan ng degree program nyo. For membership inquiries, kindly contact us at membership.paes@gmail.com. And ito lang po yung namin, flex lang po namin yung number of universities namin. Right now, we have 40 universities across the Philippines from Ilocos Sur down to Zamboanga del Sur. And ayan, nagsisimula na po yung mga nag-hi sa ating FB Live comment section. And for our presentation outline, ito po lagi yung program natin. So we have a short baselining, then the opening remarks and introduction of the speaker, and presentation and Q&A and some announcements. So sanay na po kayo dito, punta lang po tayo sa menti.com and kindly include the code 66091581. Or you can just scan the QR code. Again, go to menti.com, open a new tab, go to menti.com, and type the code 66091581, or you can scan the QR code. So let me just transfer. Okay. So ayan, punta po ulit tayo sa menti.com, type the code 66091581. Okay. So para sa unang question po natin, asa ang probinsya ka ngayon? So for example, in Laguna. So ang pinakaunang answer natin is Agusan del Norte. We also have Tarlac and Cavite. From our comment section, ito na po, pumasok na ang mga BS Geology students ng Caraga State University. We have people from Philippine Women's University, USTP in CDO, WIMSU Ipil Campus, Western Mindanao. And Caraga State. Uy, puro Caraga State Ang daming recruit. Okay, USM, main campus. We also have, ayan, puro Caraga State pa lang yung nagko-comment sa ating comment section. So magsha-shoutout tayo later pag nagpunta na kayo sa comment section natin. So Caraga State, USM, and Tarlac State, Cavite State. We have people from Pampanga, Bukidnon, Marinduque, Tarlac, and Mindoro State University. Ayan, may pumasok na from Mindoro. Ito, isa sa bagong members natin, Zamboanga State College of Marine Science and Technology. So, Doc J, medyo marami po kaming scattered po yung members ng PAES across the Philippines. So, medyo marami po kayong mako-cover na lugar. Okay, so for our next question, anong land formation yung sikat sa lugar nyo? So for example, sa Los Baños, we have a volcanic crater called Alligator Lake. So ano po yung sikat na land formation sa lugar nyo? So kahit hindi nyo sundin yung buong format kasi medyo mahaba. So bigay na lang kayo ng kuwari, Mount Makiling, Mount Apo, technically Mount Makiling is a dormant volcano. Mount Makiling is a dormant volcano. Ayan, si Mount Apo, hindi ko sure. Bundok, Marinduque, Mount Malindig. Okay. Sige. Bigyan natin to ng mas mahabang time kasi medyo mahaba yung question. Again, anong land formation yung sikat sa lugar nyo? So I think for, ano pa ba sa Mount Banahaw is in Quezon Province. Wait lang, may Mount Mayapay. Okay, merong Mount Mayapay, Bonggao Peak, Nauhan Lake, medyo water yung Nauhan pero carry naman. So may Agusan del Norte, Barangay Boat, Santa Cruz Island, Pink Sand, ay ang saya, Zamboanga ata to. And then Mount Arayat from Pampanga. So medyo bundok lang po yung alam namin. Mount Halcon, pero mamaya i-discuss ng ating speaker kung ano pa yung ibang land formations na meron sa Pilipinas na pwede nating pag-aralan sa environmental geology. So sa Butuan, meron tayong Mount Mayapay. So yun pala yung Mount Mayapay sa Caraga. Okay, siguro last pa, yung hindi bundok para maiba naman tayo. Sa Bicol, meron sa Bicol. Wala pa bang tigaan na Central Bicol State? Ayan, Taal Volcano from Batangas. From Cavite, Mount Marami. Okay, sige. Thank you so much do sa mga nag-ano. Ay, may Mount Cleopatra daw sa Palawan. Sige, thank you for sharing your land formations. At ay may Mount Pangasugan. Ayan, sige. Okay, marami tayong land formations. So balik lang tayo sa ating presentation. Okay, so ayan, may dumadagdag pa, puro tiga Caraga State, tsaka may mga ilang Palawan. Pero it's interesting din, yung sa registration form kasi natin, hindi lang NYSci students yung nag-register. We also have BS Geology from Caraga State and BS Petroleum Engineering from Palawan State University. Okay. So, thank you for answering again yung baselining question natin para magkaroon ng idea si Doc GM kung ano ba yung alam natin sa geology. Pero, i-welcome lang natin yung mga bagong members ng PAES over the past month. So, we have University of Mindanao, the League of Environmental Science, Agroforestry and Forestry students from Davao City del Sur. Then we have the Philippine Women's University Environmental Science Society from Malate, Manila, NCR. The third one is Mindanao State University, Naawan, Ecosystem and Environmental Steward Society, Naawan, Misamis Oriental. So sila na po yung fourth NVSI org from the Mindanao State University system. And then lastly, we have the Southern Philippines Agribusiness and Marine and Aquatic School of Technology or SPAMAS, Environmental Advocates from Malita, Davao Occidental. So may nagpahabol po sa ating comment section na environmental engineering daw sila. Okay. So, just to share our socials, have yung Instagram namin at NVSI_students_PH and yung past webinars namin is also uploaded in YouTube at Environmental Science Students PH. Again, just a reminder sa mga bagong dating or bagong pasok sa FB Live, yung webinar e-certificates namin, kindly include your name and university in the FB Live comment section and evaluation form will be sent before the session ends. And ayan, medyo malapit na tayo sa totoong program. So for opening remarks, ito yung pinapakita natin pag Pantas yung webinar natin kasi as we all know, we have at least 7 types of ecosystem. Tapos each ecosystem has at least 5 components. So if you really want to have a holistic approach on environmental science, dapat mina-merge natin to. And over the series of Pantas, iba't ibang experts yung kinuha natin as resource speaker. We have air, we have water, we have economy, and yung ngayon we have geology. So medyo physical yung approach ni Doc JM. And to formally introduce our resource speaker, we have Doc JM Arguatana, and he graduated BS Geology in Adamson University and MS Geology in University of the Philippines, Diliman, and PhD Geology or Earth Science in Kanazawa University, Japan. So Doc JM, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon. So let me just share my screen. Okay, kita ba, Kendrick?
Yes, Doc.
Okay, so thank you, Kendrick, for that introduction. So good afternoon, everybody. So I'm JM. So Okay, so first of all, I would like to thank Paes and also Kendrick for having me this afternoon sa webinar nila. Okay, so um, Paes gave me a series of questions to answer and share to our participants today. So Kendrick, pwede na ako mag-start. Okay.
Yes, Doc JM.
Okay, so first of all, I would just like to briefly introduce myself again. I'm JM Gotana, Juan Miguel Gotana. I'm a geologist, and currently I'm an assistant professor here at CESAM, University of the Philippines, Las Bañas. So basically, I involved in teaching earth science and geology in some of the courses here at CESAM, or here sa Environmental Science and School of Environmental Science and Management. So geology is the science that deals with the earth's physical structure and substance, its history, and the processes that act on it. So there are a lot of emerging topics that explore the applications of geology sa environmental science. So just give a brief background about myself. Okay, so as Kendrick mentioned earlier, uh, I I am an Adamsonian. I finished my BS I got my BS from Adamson University, continued master's at the National Institute of Geological Sciences, and pursued PhD in Kanazawa University, Japan. So here are my research interests. So by training, I'm an igneous petrologist and geochemist. I study mantle rocks. I love rocks. Okay, I also working on mineralogical topics. Okay, general geology, and now I'm exploring environmental geology. Okay, so first a question that we will be discussing or answering is, why did I pursue a degree program related to environmental science or research? So I just have these three keywords that came into my mind: curiosity, training, and exploration. So during my time, konti lang kami sa school ko ng bachelor pa ako. No? So konti lang kami, konting resources namin. No? So very curious ako minsan if I visit other school, if I see a new equipment that was not available dun sa school namin, I'm really eager to put my hands on it and also operate or learn how to use it. Ano? So nung college din ako, medyo bibo ako. So gusto ko, very curious ako. No? Gusto kong maka-experience how to operate geochemical machines, equipment. Okay, so they are not available dun sa university ko before. And during my time, my classmates also, they're very interested in studying geology. So we came up with this parang mock journal. I included a photo here, yung Falconium. So since bata pa kami and we cannot publish, so we made our own journal and I have it circulated within our within the geology department. Okay, so as part also of as an output dun sa aming isang subject. Okay, so I just want to highlight curiosity. So very curious ako, and that's why I pursued research. Whenever I see a method, an equipment sa textbook or isang scientific journal, and it was not readily available, for example, here in the Philippines or in my previous university, so I'm really curious or excited if there would be chance to try out different experiments and equipment. Okay, so that led me, of course, with the help and encouragement of my mentors, that led me to pursue master's degree sa National Institute of Geological Sciences. So I studied ophiolite. So ophiolite, that might not be a very familiar term for everybody. So it's a section of the Earth's oceanic crust and underlying upper mantle. So it's a fossil lithosphere, exposed on land. So there are a lot of information that we can get from ophiolites. So I did some petrological and geochemical work. Okay, so basically I studied kung ano yung characteristic compositions ng mga bato. So my study area was in Samar, eastern Samar, dito, sa baba ng Samar. Okay, so did some mineralogical works and for my master's thesis. Okay, so and then hindi pa ako nadala. I still pursued a PhD in Japan. Ano? So in Japan, I was given opportunity to study another set of rocks or type of rocks. Ano? So I studied rocks from Greenland. So they're very very old rocks sila, no? Ages between 3.7 and 3.8 billion years. So I was very excited kasi napakatanda ng mga bato na yon. So there are one of the oldest materials here on Earth. And nung una kong hawakan yung mga rocks na yun, parang nanginginig pa ako kasi nakahawak ako ng very old rocks, Archean rocks. Okay, so I also mentioned that another thing that inspired me to pursue a career in research are yung available na trainings and workshops. So when I was a master student, I was able to join yung different programs. So one of those is yung School on the Move sa Japan. Ano? So it's a series of trainings offered to Southeast Asian students conducted in Japan. So we attended series of lectures. Also yung pinakagusto ko experiments, as I mentioned earlier na gustong-gusto kong nakakahawak ng mga equipment and operate machines. Okay, and also conferences and workshop became avenues to present my research. It's also a good opportunity to have your work be critiqued by experts and other scientists, and eventually collectively their comments will help you improve. Okay, so I put here a photo sa lower left ng training sa GEOL Japan headquarters. So yung the machine that you see at the back is an electron probe microanalyzer. So it can analyze chemical composition of minute solids without destroying them. So we can get chemical changes within a small area of a solid sample. Okay, so I also underwent a training with my mentor, Dr. Betch Payot, for the operation of EPMA. So for the information of everybody, we attended this training because UP NIGS purchased or acquired the first EPMA here in the Philippines. So that was around 2013. So as part of taking care of the machine, so we went to Japan for training. Okay, so yun yung another set of inspiration para sa akin, and also traveling or visiting new places, so so yun, training and workshop. And finally, exploration. Hindi lang geology, there are a lot of courses and also environmental science that really encourage us to go out, and learn from our surroundings. Okay, so yung course ko or yung field ko, geology, it really required us to go out for field works, collect samples, okay, and study geologic structures. Okay, so I really love going out, and I was happy to stay dun sa course ko because it really brought me to a lot of places. Okay, so in short, gusto kong gumala and kasama na siya dun sa course ko, so I was very happy to pursue a field-based course. Okay, so also environmental science, a field-based course din, so maraming field surveys, so you take advantage of that. Okay, so so yun yung three inspiration bakit why I pursued my career na related sa environmental research or science, okay, yung geology. So let's move on to the next question. How did your environmental research or career journey start? Okay, so I also put here three keywords: research projects, graduate schools, and conferences and training. So I started as a research assistant sa UP NIGS. Okay, so the title of the project where I started is this second phase of the Philippine-Taiwan Integrated Geodynamics Project. Okay, or two pigs yung tinatawag namin. So we were around three research assistants under this project, and we were assigned in different parang work packages. Okay, so that's also that time that I met my mentor, Dr. Betch Payat. So we were working on igneous rocks sa Samar. Okay, so here are some of the photos taken during the implementation of the project. Okay, so very memorable sa akin ang pagiging research assistant because hindi lang science yung natututunan kapag nag-RA ka. Okay, so you also learn how to run projects. Okay, parang tumatawa si Henry. So, parang nakarelate siya. No? How to run projects, how to deal with people. Okay, how to manage yung isang malaking program, okay? And also it's a good opportunity to learn kasi you're also working on project objectives that could be used as thesis as thesis or be incorporated in your thesis. Okay? So ito yung parang first job ko. So sometimes during my time ang daming RA sa NIGS so it's easier to reference you as RA ni somebody. So I was RA ni Ma'am Carla and RA ni Ma'am Beth. So mentors ko sa NIGS. Okay. So during yung first part ng implementation ng project, was not a graduate student. I was just a plain research assistant. Okay. And then eventually was inspired also to enter graduate school sa NIGS din. Okay. So ang daming subjects so and also again maraming field work, so I enjoyed my graduate school life at NIGS. Okay, I also met a lot of people, became colleagues after. Okay, and also part ng job ng researcher is to write papers, present on conferences. Okay, and with the guidance of my mentors, I was able to produce several outputs for my thesis and also for the project. So after kong mag-research assistant, I tried applying for a scholarship in Japan. Okay, so I tried Mungusu Scholarship for my PhD. It took me 2 rounds before I was accepted as a PhD student. Okay, so during that time, competition is very intense. So publications and other scholarly works would really help us if you guys would like to pursue graduate school in the future. Okay, so I included here photos of some of the people in my laboratory. So the guy you see here in front is my professor, my sensei, Professor Tomo, and some colleagues sa Kanazawa University. Okay, to your right, these are also my senior and my mentor, si Eric and si Ma'am Betch. Okay, so we all went to Kanazawa for PhD, and I just they helped me with my PhD studies. Okay, so as you can see, I'm the one with the mask. I was when I was on my last part of my PhD, dun nag-start yung pandemic. Okay, so there are a lot of changes, okay, adjustment and challenges during that time. Okay, so ano bang ginawa ko for PhD? Namasyal lang ba ako? So I did research. I mentioned earlier that I did work on old rocks from Greenland. So I basically carried out petrographic analysis, mineralogical work, and geochemical analysis. Okay, so electron probe microanalysis, laser ablation, ICP-MS, Raman spectroscopy, XRF. Okay, so some of the research methods I applied for my PhD study. Okay, so also with the help of my Professor Tomo, I was able also to come up with or produce 2 papers for for the Greenland project, and I owe him one more. So yes, I have to write. Okay, so yung study area that was assigned to me was very interesting. Okay, so I mentioned earlier rocks from Greenland. So they're very old. As mentioned, uh, a while ago I mentioned that it's between 3.7 to 3.8 billion years. So they are silent witnesses of what happened or how the Earth changed for a very very long time, and that's why it was an honor, or I was very excited to work on those samples. Okay, so unfortunately, hindi ako nakarating ng Greenland. When I came in, kakabalik lang ng professor ko with the samples. Okay, but um, uh, I was excited to work on those samples. Okay, so so that basically is the story of my research career. How I got into different scholarships and also end up in different places. Okay, so next question is what are the current environmental researches or careers that you are part of? So I listed here some of my engagements or research projects that I'm involved with. So I would like to discuss first yung Pamana. So Project Pamana is the Philippine mining at national to catchment scale from legacy impacts to sustainable future. So I'm part of work package 4. So these the logos that you see here are the institutions or our partner institutions in implementing the project. So what do we do under work package 4? So we determine environmental impacts, risk, and resource and remediation potential of Philippine mine tailings dams. So we visited several representative old tailings dams here in the Philippines, specifically in the Benguet region. So we collected tailing samples, okay, soil and sediment. So we would like to see where we can find metallic elements that are associated with the mining activities, and come up with novel or come up with novel solutions or strategies to help minimize impacts and mitigate the effects of mining. Okay, so I also did some GPR survey under the under Pamana project. I see the photo here to the lower left. So that's a geophysical survey, GPR survey, carried out in one of the tailings dams here in the in Benguet. Okay, so next project that I would like to discuss is yung Project Ligtas. Okay, landslide investigations on geohazards for timely advisories in the Philippines. Okay, so this is also headed by Dr. Islava. Okay, same with Pamana. So what do we do in Project Ligtas? So basically, we come up with rainfall landslide thresholds. So these are values that test us kung how much rain would trigger a landslide. And apart from that, we also study soil properties, geological conditions, or features that could probably affect or affect the possibility of landslides being triggered. Also, part of the project is the development of an early warning system. So we installed some AWS or automatic weather stations, and the data sets that we collect from those weather stations will be compiled and used in coming up with rainfall landslide thresholds. Okay, so that's for Project Ligtas. There's a component of Project Ligtas where you, the public, can participate. If you visit the website of Project Ligtas, there's a function wherein you can report landslides, upload photos, and also geotag those landslide events. Okay, so collectively that would help us improve yung rainfall landslide threshold values. Okay, so yung next project that I would like to share is yung Nicer Caves. This is a collaboration between the Museum of Natural History, IBS, and SESAM here at UPLB. So there are also a lot of components under Nicer Caves. There's the biology team, working on bats, insects that thrive inside the caves. Okay, so we are assigned to characterize the hydrogeological processes inside caves. How water comes in, where do they come out, how much water is stored inside caves. Okay, and also that the project also aims to improve management strategies of karst terrains or karst topography. Okay, so the next project that I would like to discuss is the UP OVTAA Balik PhD grant. I'm lucky that to receive a grant from UP OVTAA to conduct a research on carbonation of ultramafic rocks. Okay, so carbon dioxide can react with certain rock types or mineral types and to produce carbonate minerals, and that somehow could be used in carbon sequestration projects or strategies, okay, or improvement of carbon sequestration strategies. Okay, so my focus is on finding or characterizing areas or exposure of rocks that are highly reactive to carbon dioxide here in the Philippines. So I just started. Okay, so I just started with this project, and so that's the aim of the project. Find areas where that could be prolific in mineral carbonation or possible storage sites for carbon dioxide. Okay, and I also recently met or worked with scientists from Hong Kong University. So this is Ryan, the guy in shades. So he's a geologist. He's basically studying the chemistry of water, and the water specifically flowing in a specific or special rock types or yung ophiolites that I discussed earlier. So we did fieldworks earlier this year, and we hope to conduct or continue with the collaboration in the future. So Ryan is working with Dr. Slava, Dr. Jen Padrones, and me, and Earth Lab here in the Philippines, okay, in their Philippine leg of work. Okay. So that's for question number 3, Kendrick. So let me just move to question number 4. What are the challenges and opportunities that you experience in your environmental research or career journey? So if you're going to ask me about the challenges, there are a lot of challenges. Marami, ano? Baka maubos yung araw if I if I enumerate one by one. But they're part of pursuing any career, ano? So we just face them or embrace them, okay, and find ways to overcome them. But generally in research, I can share some. So in research, hindi lang siya science. You need to manage a project, so administratively, okay, also conducting field works. Sometimes moving from one site to another site might be a challenge, securing permits, okay, and also the availability of equipment and analysis here in the Philippines or nearby region if you want to have a specific analysis or apply a specific method. Okay, so for the opportunities, I would just like to share some of the some highlights of my research career journey. So I was with the help of my professor, he introduced me with the Oman Drilling Project. So the Oman Drilling Project, okay, so it aims to drill the exposed crust mantle sequence sa Oman. Okay, so it's a collaboration between different countries, different scientists. So hindi lang geology, meron din environmental science, biologist, chemist. Okay, so they wanna study ano ba yung, for example, the biologists, they study ano ba yung mga life forms that could survive at very deep parts of the earth. Okay, ano yung mga traces left in old rocks. Okay, There are also studies on carbonation of minerals or carbon sequestration, and also the geodynamic evolution of the Earth. Okay, so yung white share ko lang ano, yung nasa upper left photo, yung white substance, and those are carbonate minerals ano, resulted from the interaction of water and the ultramafic rocks. Okay, so it's a 1 month drilling, almost a month of drilling rocks in the middle of the desert. So we took shifts, okay, on assisting or recovering the cores or rock cores from the drill sites. Okay, I was able also to meet different scientists when I was involved in the Oman drilling projects. Okay, they helped me with my study and also in other aspects in life, and hindi lang sa research. Okay, so yung mga core samples that were recovered from the Oman drill sites, ng Oman ophiolite, they were shipped to Japan for characterization. So we characterized the core in terms of mineralogy, electrical properties, magnetic properties. Okay, so physical property assessment, some initial mineralogical identification. Okay, so in this photo, I'm showing you two images of chickpea taken at different times. To your left, ito yung small or diorama, parang toy model ng chickpea noong 2014. So I attended a conference sa Hokkaido. No? Sabi ko, parang gusto kong sumakay or makatapak man lang sa barko na yan as part of my research career. And then in 2018, I was able to join the core description team on board the Oman. On board chickpea. Itong ship na itong ship na to na nasa kaliwa. So ito siya in real life, ganito siya kalaki. Okay, so I was able to join the team with other scientists from different parts of the world. Okay. So ano bang ginawa ko sa chickpea? So we studied the rocks, characterized them, packed them, and some of them will be shipped to other countries for further analysis. Okay, so I was under the igneous petrology or igneous rocks team. So we basically inspected ano ba yung parang estimation of mineral assemblage, physical description. Okay, so there are other teams assigned in different aspects of the core. And these are the other scientists as part of the chickpea Oman team. Okay, so it's a very it's a good experience, ano? Pero medyo matagal kasing shift, 12 hours yung shift sa isang shift, 12 hours. So yung una kong sabak, medyo inantok-antok ako, nalaglag ko yung laptop ko, pero nakabawi naman. Okay, so and may iba-ibang task, okay, cutting rocks. Okay, so for students, mga PhD students, parang kami yung mga baby doon, so mga small task minimigay sa akin. Okay, so also with the projects of my sensei, my professor, was able to be involved in some research works, papers, okay, and part of that was given yung Rock Drilling Science Focus Group Encouragement Young Encouragement Prize. Okay, so yan yung translation into English. Okay, so it's an award, okay, given during JPGU. So I got one last 2018. Okay, and okay, so for the I think this is the final question, Kendrick. Words of encouragement for students who will pursue environmental research career or yung mga allied science. So I listed here some personal tingin ko tips. So first, follow your curiosity. So may mga tanong minsan na parang hindi ka makatulog or gusto mong sagutin, okay? So may mga scientific questions na gusto mong i-Google. Ano bang ibig sabihin nito? Bakit ganito? No? So entertain nyo lang yun. Follow your curiosity. It will lead you to open a lot of doors, know more, expand your knowledge. Okay, so just follow your curiosity. And next is find a good mentor. Okay, so um, um, kahit kahit ngayon I'm still um, magpapa-mentor pa rin ako, no, kasi we need somebody to tell us or direct us, or we also need opinion of somebody who are more experienced than us, to help us or guide us to the right path or direction. Okay, so work hard but play harder. So kailangan masipag ka, pero dapat marunong ka rin mag-relax, mag-decompress. Mahirap naman yun if all work, walang rest or fun. Okay, so work hard, play harder. Stay humble, okay? Don't be hard on yourself, okay? So may naalala ko, naalala ko may friend ako dati, sabi, nalungkot siya na sa ibang bansa siya. Hindi daw masarap yung niluto niyang sinigang. Tapos sabi ko, huwag kang hard sa sarili mo kasi geologist naman tayo, hindi naman tayo chef or cook. So okay na yan kung ano mang lasa niya. So keep good friends around. Siyempre, the best times are always shared with good friends. Okay? Love your family. First time kong malayo nung nag-Japan ako ng matagal. So minsan pag gusto ko magluto ng adobo, tatawag ko kay nanay ko, naka ano siya, nasa harap siya ng kalan. Ginaguide niya ako kung ano dapat yung steps to come up with a adobo and other advices in life. And find balance, iba-iba naman tayo ng so iba-iba ng paths, okay? So don't compare your journey to other people's journey, okay? So find balance in satisfying the other things above, following curiosity, pursuing a career, but also having fun, keeping in touch or staying connected with your loved ones, okay? And also not being hard on yourself. Okay, so just want to share a photo from our laboratory. And so yung bilog dyan, class ang tawag. Yung section ng Earth, mantle, core, tsaka crust. Okay, so yun yung mga some of the lab members sa university sa Japan. Okay, so I think that's my last slide, Kendrick. Maraming salamat, lagang salamat, arigato.
Okay, thank you so much, Doc JM. So, before we proceed dun sa ating question and answer, and para mabigyan din natin ng time yung audience natin to have like time to think nung gagawin na question, yung mga naiisip nilang questions. Ito lang po yung nakita kong highlights. I have 3, limited tayo sa 3 highlights every time. So, nakakatawa, Doc JM, yung curiosity nyo. Kasi, I think for a researcher, makakita ka ng bagong equipment, yun na yung joy mo for like that moment of time. So, sa Philippines kasi hindi naman lahat maraming equipments. Yung iba, kulang, hindi pa nakakagawa ng lab itself. So, parang pag nakita mo talaga yun na, oh, ito na yung dream na equipment na mahawak mo, na magamit mo for your experiments. I think sobrang saya nun. So, keep dapat yung curiosity natin, especially for the students na nanonood here, na dapat, ayun yun yung kailangan panindigan mo kung ano yung ginamit mo or yung gusto mong path na kukunin. And then number 2, kaya po ako tumatawa kanina kasi parehas tayo sa Doc JM ng path. So nag-RA muna ako bago ako nag-GS. So doon yung alam ko natin kung gaano kahirap maging research assistant, pero madedevelop ka like after graduation, tapos bigla ka naging RA, tapos solo mo yung project. Kailangan maging multitasking ninja. So yung research path kasi kailangan talaga nag-field ka. So for environmental science, may field-based. Pero hindi pwedeng matapos yung field na hindi kayo magsusulat or magpa-publish or magpe-present. So thank you, Doc JM, for showing yung whole cycle ng research journey. Kasi baka yung iba na-excite dahil ay gusto ko mag-field pero ayoko na magsulat afterwards. So dapat magsulat at mag-present. Sayang naman yung natutunan nyo. And then lastly, Doc JM, Siguro yung third, thank you po dun sa sa scholarship advice na hindi porket hindi ka nakapasa dun sa first try, wala na, end na yung mo. So, for those na naghahanap ng MS scholarship, ng PhD scholarship, wag kayong magtigil sa isang try lang, try and try kasi si Doc JM nga nakadalawa at nakuha niya yung scholarship at marami siyang napuntahan after that. So dapat ganun yung natin, attitude natin on getting scholarships abroad or even in the Philippines. Try lang ng try. And ayun po. So right now, if meron pong questions yung ating mga participants, pwede tayong mag-comment sa FB Live and may nag-send naman prior dun sa mga nag-register. And shoutout lang po muna tayo sa sa Don Honorio Ventura State University from Pampanga. We also have President Ramon Magsaysay State University Iba Campus from Zambales. Tapos meron po sa group sa FB comment section, magkapangalan pala sila pero magkaibang province. Nakakatawa lang. Dito pa kayo nag-meet sa webinar na ito. Okay. So sige, antay lang tayo ng question. So pag po, type nyo lang yung question doon. Ito, meron question sa Zoom. Ay, bongga. Sige, Doc JM, basahin ko. What are the environmental challenges you faced during the Oman drilling project?
Environmental at challenges.
Yes.
Siguro ibang environment so nasa desert kaya mainit. Yun yung natatandaan ko. Pero natuwa ako kasi dati kasi parang sa libro ko lang nakikita desert, so may camel, may ahas ako nakita. So may iba-ibang animals. So yun, kumbaga sa laro, ibang stage siya, no? Nasa desert ka, iba yung animals na nakikita ko, iba yung klima, mainit, okay? Pero ayun, na-enjoy ko naman siya kasi it's new, okay? And I was also excited to experience working in a desert environment.
Doc JM, sorry, based dun sa pictures mo, parang lahat ng topic mo ay above. Nag-try ka na ba ng underwater geology?
Hindi pa, wala pa so far na parang project or parang formal research on underwater or marine geology. So, but we have colleagues sa MSI, sa UPNIGS who are engaged in such type of research.
Okay, so po, ay sige, go Doc JM, go.
Pero may isa akong nasalihan na parang cruise, scientific cruise. So, parang geophysics survey siya sa Manila Trench. So, getting data dun sa Manila Trench for hazards, okay? So, on board a ship. Pero yung nag-dive, wala pa akong experience.
Okay pa. So, kasi pa ang next question ko dun, Doc JM, kasi di ba sabi nyo, yung currently, parang UP Diliman pa lang yung pinakamagandang laboratory. Meron pa po bang other geology lab na maayos sa Visayas, sa Mindanao, na pwede silang mag-analyze ng sample?
Marami tayong schools, geology schools, so yung Caraga State who are present, yung mga students present ngayon, and I think may mga set of equipment din sila. Adamson University, they also added more microscopes, equipment, and they also have some, I think, capability for mining related analysis. So I think metallic content. So I think they have that na after nung umalis nang graduate kami. So meron din sa Mapua na geology and geological engineering. We have NORSU and may bago ngayon si Liman University. Okay, so yun yung mga nag-offer ng geology courses. Yung UPNIGS, they have different laboratories. They can also offer analysis for academic and commercial purposes. So so far kung parang variety, meron iba-ibang lab sa UPNIGS.
Okay, sige Doc JM. So marami po silang option kung gusto nilang magpa-analyze ng kanilang samples. Pero last question po to sa sa Slambook question. Feel ko medyo cute yung tanong. Kaya basahin natin. Meron daw po ba kayong rock collection?
Meron ako. Gusto niyo pakita ko ngayon?
Pwede po, andyan sa office. Wow, nice. Yan po ay buong world or Philippines and Japan?
So, ito yung isa sa mga favorite ko. Ito ay isang mantle xenolith. So yung green portion ng rock ay galing sa mantle. Okay, so maraming olivine minerals. Okay. So regalo to ng sensei, professor ko, bago ako umuwi ng Pilipinas. O yung pagka-graduate ko. Okay, so imagine niyo itong green na to, galing pa siya sa mantle, okay, na napunta sa surface. So kaya paborito ko tong sample na to. Pinapakita ko rin sa klase.
Tama ba, Doc JM, ang mantle ay gitna, di ba?
Sa ilalim ng crust. So yung next ay
Crust, mantle, tapos core.
Ah,
Yan. So ang lalim nga. Yan.
so
Sa
ibigay
drilling po yan. Kinuha sa drilling tapos in-extract na lang.
more of na nadala siya ng lava na paakyat.
Agos. Binigay sa'yo talaga.
Then pagka volcano, Kendrick, associated sa volcanism.
Okay. So, volcano from Japan, nagbuga ng ng bato. Okay. Ito pa, medyo geological questions na. So, alam niyo naman po human dimensions ako. So, babasahin ko lang po yung tanong na ito. So, good day, Doc JM. Is it possible to identify or classify a rock based solely on physical appearance? If meron ba kayong techniques or something?
Well, you can narrow down kung ano yung proper identification ng bato with some physical characteristic. But if we want to be sure, we can do mineralogical work, okay? But kumbaga, pwede nating pangalanan yung bato based on certain simple physical characteristic, but there could be a chance na iba yung pinaka variety niya or subtype, okay? So is it possible? Pwede, pero baka may chance na maling identification natin dun yun. So if you
Siguro
want
for lab experiments, physical. Pero for research, microscope.
microscope, yes, correct.
Okay. Isa pa pong question, medyo related dun sa ano daw po yung hardest project na na-experience nyo bilang geologist? Bato.
Hardest project, more of challenging, sa tingin ko, yung right description, very challenging. Yung Greenland project kasi it's difficult to access, so for you to access yung study site, kailangan mag-hire ka ng chopper. So yung professor ko nag-hire siya ng helicopter, hatid sundo, ganun. So accessibility wise mahirap. So yung also yung pressure na to do good in research kasi the ano yung pinagdaanan to get the rock samples. Okay, so and also it's a very interesting site or locality in geoscience community kasi very old siya, 3.8 billion years yung area na yon. So may mga bato na sobrang tanda. So there are a lot of scientists who would like to publish first. Okay, so in terms of timeline, medyo kailangan quick ka kasi meron ding ibang nag-aabang na din, okay, or writing a manuscript. Okay, so yun, so medyo so maraming nag-aaral at maraming nag-uunahan. So yun yung, if you get what I mean, so naging yung challenging part. So it's a special area accessibility wise, and in terms of amount of interest ng mga scientists masyadong mataas, kaya maraming ginagalingan.
Competent. Competitive. Okay. Okay. Doc JM, time check lang po. It's 3:58 na. I think we can answer 2 to 3 more questions. Unless meron pa pong gustong mag-overtime, siguro mga 5 minutes kung okay lang po sa inyo. Pero may request po dun sa isa na, may pinakita daw po ba kayong Archean rock? Yun po ba yung hawak nyo kanina?
Hindi yun.
Meron po kayong Archean rock?
Meron, pero wala dito sa office ngayon.
Okay, sige po. Kunin po natin. Ay, i-request ko na lang po later. Okay, and then balik po tayo dun sa question. We have a question from Facebook. Can we consider geology as a parameter in environmental impact assessment, like establishing a housing development program?
Okay, so Thank you for that question. Very interesting. Okay, so in EAA or impact assessment, may component on the land or geologic part of the environment. So ano ba yung highlight nun? So usually mga geologic hazards, if prone ba sila or vulnerable or magiging hazard or nasa hazard prone yung project or infrastructure. Flooding, malapit ba sa active volcano, or if you are near an active fault. Okay, so yun yung some of the questions that we address in terms of geology when we conduct or carry out an impact assessment.
Okay. Doc JM, follow-up lang po ako doon. Parang, kasi syempre in terms, yung EIA natin, ang typical water quality, yung medyo mas reachable. Yung geology po ba? Kasi sa isang team, kailangan may geologist ka sa EIA. Gaano po karami yung nagsusulat or nagpa-participate ng geologist sa EIA studies natin? Or may
Uh,
sarili kayong group?
Hindi naman. So, well, meron kasing EGAR din, yung geologic, engineering geology and geohazards assessment. Okay, so it's more focused on civil engineers, structural engineers, and geologists, structural geologists. So merong team na mostly composed of geoscientists. In EIA, marami din naman nagpa-participate or part kasi especially may mga areas na medyo complicated yung geology. So we need to collaborate with geoscientists. Okay, so tama ba yung intindi ko? So yes, merong nag-engage sa ganon, marami din naman.
Okay po. So bilang maraming fault line sa Pilipinas at nasa ano tayo, ito sa basta Ring of Fire, i-consider niyo po yung geologist pag hindi pala, i-require. Isama niyo po lagi ang geologist sa EIA kasi kailangan po ng inputs nila. Okay, siguro last question na po tayo. Medyo related po dun sa housing. Kasi di ba meron po nag-viral na titibag ng bundok para gumawa ng condominium. Pag ganun po ba, Doc JM, in terms of permits, geological, data, syempre yung impact po nun for erosion, medyo malaki. Ano po bang pag ganun, pag magbubundok?
So, dapat dapat stringent yung impact assessment. So, although may mga engineering measures, mitigating measures to address different geohazards, marami kasing component ang impact assessment, yung social part, acceptability, or minsan kasi kapag sobrang hindi, delikado, and then mahihirapan tayong i-maintain yung mga mitigating structures, so baka hindi rin siya worth it ituloy. So I'm not familiar particularly din sa pinaka-area, but yun yung idea ko. We have to be careful, especially kung residential siya, so exposed yung mga tao doon, and we have to make sure na maayos yung pagkakarakterize ng area, and also with the proper set of proposed mitigating measures.
Okay, so dapat po laging backed up by data yung ginagawa nating actions. Okay, so again, thank you po sa mga nagtanong, and thank you, Doc JM, for answering. Balik lang po tayo dun sa ating program, and we have this. So we are finished with, we have Doc JM from SESAM, and we're finished already with the question and answer. And let's proceed with the giving of certificate. So this certificate of appreciation is given to Juan Miguel Arguatana for his valuable contribution as resource speaker in Pantas, environmental research in the local and global setup. Given this 14th day of October 2023, courtesy of the School of Environmental Science and Management, University of the Philippines, Los Baños, Laguna, Philippines. Signed by Kendrick, President and Founder of PAES. Thank you so much, Doc JM.
Thank you very much, PAES, and Kendrick, and all of the officers, and everybody who joined this afternoon's webinar. Thank you very much.
Feeling ko po yung mga dinosaurs na pinapanood natin sa movies, nararamdaman nyo sa mga batong na kukuha natin. Okay. So again, first, remaining announcements lang po sa mga organizations na hindi pa member ng PAES, you can message us at our Facebook page, PAES National, or email us at membership.paes@gmail.com. And our next webinar would be on November 11, which is Pandayan, Drone for Environmental Research. And again, ganito pong karami yung members ng PAES. We have 40 universities across the Philippines. So kung gusto nyo pong makipag-friends sa iba't ibang environmental science students across the Philippines, join PAES. And ayan na po. So dito na po yung pinaka-inaantay ng ating ibang participants. So the evaluation form. So I'm kindly asking my colleagues to send or to comment na yung evaluation form link and the Facebook Live comment section. And reminder again, yung G-forms po ay isasarado namin tomorrow at 8 p.m. So you have at least more than 24 hours para sagutan yung ating evaluation form. And if you want to rewatch yung mga episodes natin ng Pantas, Pandayan, and Punla, nasa YouTube channel po namin at Environmental Science Students and PH. At kung hindi naman po kayo nakanood ng FB Live ngayon, i-upload din po namin yung session ni Doc GM sa YouTube tomorrow or on Monday. And again, ito po lagi yung sinasabi natin, you should listen to qualified scientists. So we are environmental scientists and dapat po tayo ay pinapakinggan ng ating mga tao, our community. So, dagang salamat sa tanan and amping kananay. Maraming salamat po sa mga nanonood sa Facebook Live. End lang po namin to.